You open your eyes. Trees everywhere, rising so high that the sky almost disappears behind them. The air is heavy, hot, and soaked with moisture. Every breath feels like swallowing warm water. You have no idea how you got here. You do not know where here even is. Your phone is dead. Your bag is missing. You are somewhere inside the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest on Earth, stretching across about 5.5 million square kilometers of forest, rivers, predators, and silence. And nobody knows you are here. For a moment, you manage to stay calm. You tell yourself the trail cannot be far. You choose a direction and start walking. 10 minutes later, nothing looks different. The same roots curl across the ground. The same damp heat presses against your skin. The same insects fill every silence with sound. You reach for your phone. No signal. 40% battery. You open the map anyway, hoping it understands more than you do. It does not. A single blue dot sits inside endless green as if the world forgot to include everything else. You keep moving, pushing branches aside, stepping over roots that seem taller every few minutes. The ground never stays level, never stays dry. One step sinks into mud deep enough to catch your shoe. The next lands on hard, twisted roots that force you upward again and again, like an obstacle course designed by the forest itself. An hour passes. Time begins to feel strange here because the light never truly changes. The canopy above is so dense that the sun barely matters anymore. Everything stays trapped inside the same muted green, the same broken shadows, the same endless wall of vegetation in every direction. Then you hear it. Water. Somewhere ahead, maybe 50 meters away, a stream running over stone. You move toward it faster than you should, branches striking your arms, mud pulling at your feet, until you push through a curtain of ferns and finally see it. A narrow stream, clear water slipping slowly over smooth rocks. You drop to your knees and drink with both hands. You drink until the pressure behind your eyes starts to fade. Then you lean back and breathe. That is when you notice the surface near the far bank shifting, a slow circle spreading across the water, something underneath, long, moving without urgency. You watch it drift past, 6 feet, maybe 7. A dark body just beneath the surface, carried downstream as if it has all the time in the world. An anaconda. Not the version from films. No sudden strike, no violence. It slides along the bottom of the stream and disappears around the bend without ever reacting to your presence. You remain completely still long after it is gone. Then you slowly get to your feet and step away from the water. You decide to follow the stream, but not inside it. The reasoning is simple. Water leads somewhere. Somewhere means direction. And right now, direction is all you have. You walk beside it, close enough to hear it, far enough to stay away from the bank. The jungle around you is loud in a way that takes time to understand. At first, it feels like random noise, birds, insects, wind moving high above through leaves, everything layered together without order. But slowly patterns begin to appear, calls that repeat with rhythm, pauses that arrive suddenly, as if the forest itself noticed something before you did. One of those pauses happens now. Everything stops. No birds, no insects, nothing. You freeze. About 20 meters to your left, between two thick trunks, something is watching you. Yellow eyes, low to the ground. A body pressed so perfectly into shadow that you almost failed to see it. A jaguar. It does not move. It only watches. The way a predator watches when it has not yet decided what you are. Your heart starts behaving like it wants out. Every instinct tells you to run. Every instinct is wrong. You keep looking at it. Straighten your posture. Make yourself look larger than you are. You do not step back. You do not break eye contact. You breathe through your nose because panic has a sound, and prey usually makes it. 3 seconds stretch into something much longer. Then the jaguar blinks, turns its head, and disappears into the dark between the trees without making a sound. Gone. The insects return first, then the birds. You stay there another full minute before your legs agree to move again. By midday, the heat feels less like weather and more like weight. Sweat stopped feeling temporary a long time ago. Now it feels permanent, a second skin trapped between your body and your clothes. Your shirt stays soaked. Your shoes make wet sounds with every step. Mosquitoes have found every exposed patch of skin and seem determined to cover all of it. You slap the back of your neck and your hand comes away red. Not from a wound, just too many bites concentrated in one place. You keep moving. The stream beside you slowly changes. What began as a narrow ribbon over stone becomes wider, quieter, darker, the water carrying more weight now. Good. Wider means farther downstream. Farther downstream means closer to something beyond forest. Then your left foot lands on something that shifts, not mud, something alive pulling away beneath you. You look down, a fer-de-lance, one of the most venomous snakes in the Amazon rainforest. Thick-bodied, broad triangular head, resting loosely between two roots, with your foot landing only inches from its face. Its body tightens immediately. You step back slowly, one foot, then the other, never taking your eyes off it. It remains coiled, tongue flicking, head lifted just enough to remind you how fast this could change. Only after 5 meters do you breathe again, then 10. Then you lean against a tree, tilt your head back, and stare upward because your body demands one moment of nothing at all. Then you stand and keep walking. Evening arrives the way it always does here, without warning. One moment there is dim light slipping through the canopy. The next, it is gone, and darkness arrives so fast it feels deliberate. You cannot keep walking in this. The ground is too uncertain now. Roots rise where you cannot see them. Mud hides depth. One wrong step in darkness means a twisted ankle, and a twisted ankle here becomes a problem with consequences you do not want to imagine. You need height. You find 2 trees close enough together and pull down vines until you can tie together something that barely deserves to be called a hammock. It takes longer than it should. Your hands shake, the vines slip. Twice the whole thing collapses and forces you to begin again. Eventually it holds. You climb into it. It swings under your weight, unstable, uncomfortable in ways that are difficult to describe. Bark presses through the vines into your back. Nothing about it feels safe, but at least you are off the ground. Night in the Amazon rainforest is not ordinary darkness. It feels like entering a separate world. The sounds are different now. Frogs near the water call in patterns that overlap without ever matching. Something heavy moves through brush somewhere to the east, slow and deliberate, for longer than you want to hear it. Above you, something shifts through branches high in the canopy, changing position from limb to limb, something you never identify and eventually stop trying to. Around midnight, rain begins, hard, sudden, complete. The canopy blocks part of it, but not enough. Water runs down trunks, drips through leaves, and within minutes you are soaked again. The vines become slippery under your hands. The air turns cold in a way the daytime heat never prepared you for. You grip the tree and wait. The rain continues without concern. It finally stops just before dawn. Morning arrives slowly. First gray light, then green, then birds. You lower yourself from the vines onto ground that has become pure mud and stand there for a moment, taking inventory. Clothes still on you, completely wet. Shoes still intact. Mosquito bites across your arms, face, and neck, some swollen enough to merge into each other. A headache that started yesterday and now sits firmly behind your eyes. No food, no tools, no sense of direction. But you are still standing. You find the stream again and continue following it. By mid-morning, you come across something unexpected. You step into a clearing. Not a large one, maybe 20 meters across. But after 2 days under thick canopy, direct sunlight feels almost unreal. It lands on your skin with real warmth, strong enough that your eyes water before they adjust. You stop at the edge and breathe. Then your stomach answers for you. Not hunger as a feeling. Hunger as sound, low, hollow, unavoidable, loud enough to feel embarrassing even though no one is there to hear it. You have not eaten in 2 days. Water kept you moving, but now your legs feel heavier than they should. Your hands carry a faint tremor that was not there yesterday. Your body has started using whatever is left. You search slowly, eyes on roots, mud, fallen leaves, the base of every tree. Then you notice it. Half hidden beneath a collapsed palm frond near the far edge of the clearing, a small metal tin, old, rusted, the label long erased by rain and humidity, leaving only dull metal and a tightly sealed lid. You pick it up. There is weight inside. Something remains. You sit against a tree and use a sharp stone to force the lid open. It takes longer than it should. Your fingers slip more than once, but eventually the seal gives way. Sardines. Old. Oil separated, dark along the edges. The smell reaches you before your mind fully accepts what you are seeing. You eat anyway. Every piece. Every drop of oil. You tilt the tin and drain the last of it into your mouth, and it tastes better than anything memory can offer right now. You place the empty tin beside you. For the first time in 2 days, survival feels almost possible. Then you notice your leg, left calf, just above the ankle, a swelling that was not there before. Skin pulled tight, a deep ache already pushing upward toward the knee. You pull your sock down, 2 puncture marks, close together, clean, already darkening around the edges. You stare at the marks for a long moment. Somewhere between the stream and this clearing, between one careless step and the next, it happened. You never felt it, never heard movement. Maybe the fer-de-lance from earlier. Maybe something else hidden under leaves while your attention was fixed on food and relief. It does not matter now. What matters is your leg. It is already larger than it was a minute ago, the skin along your calf tightening visibly. A dark blue color beginning to spread beneath the surface, slow and deliberate. You stand. Your leg supports you, but pain arrives instantly, sharp and burning, radiating outward from the bite with every heartbeat. You take one step toward the center of the clearing, then another. Your vision changes. Not darkness, not blackness, just the edges of everything losing focus, as if the world itself has become slightly blurred. You sit back down. The blue has already reached your knee. You look upward through the opening above the clearing. Sky. Real sky. The first full piece of it you have seen since entering the forest. Pale, distant, completely silent. You try standing again. This time your leg refuses in a way it did not before. The burning is no longer contained there. It moves through your body now in slow waves. Your mouth fills with the taste of metal. Your hands, when you look at them, are no longer trembling. They have gone still in a way that does not feel like calm. You lean back against the tree. Above you, the canopy shifts slightly in a wind that never reaches the ground. Birds somewhere far off, water still moving nearby. The forest continuing in every direction without pause, without concern, without any awareness that something is ending here in this small open space. Your eyes remain open for a while. Then they close. The clearing does not change. Sunlight remains on the mud. The empty tin stays beside your hand. The stream continues somewhere beyond the trees, and the Amazon rainforest keeps going in every direction, without end. Ants arrive first, then smaller insects, already beginning their work. Now you rest.